They're hoping they can keep the narrow line, but look, just drifts around the back and picks up the first on a freebie. They're pinching either side, and there's just a man above. Gunner lost. Looking down as his teammates fall apart. Can't even get to the kit in time, and G2 open up with what felt really easy. He's got a second to reload. Hotten's only watching from the art window from long, and Gunner's trying to cut his way across. Mez behind him, so hey, he'll take the work into his own hands. Why not get 4? No. Stompn has the cover, but there's another for his trouble, and that just leaves Hotten watching the windows, looking at the art, but the picture currently painted. He doesn't even know where to start looking, but he's got to clear every angle so he doesn't get swung on from the back. Okay, well, there's Chanka that sort of makes the rude hello that he can. They've obviously got some awareness. They're just going to try and move on the back of it, and they're able to catch first by finding a pocket of space. The second, they line up. They can't quite get the connection either side of 1 versus 1. And Doki might have been the first removed in the previous round, but here, pulls back. Gunner, he's going deep. He doesn't have a kit. He doesn't have an idea, and he's hoping that he can find a single place. He's only just realized he didn't know. And a Shakespearean tragedy leads to an EML victory on the first map.
Oh, my heart bleeds for him. He didn't realize. He thought, oh, I can still win this. We're in the 1v1. I get the diffuser. But no, cold on the floor. I have to highlight Loira. Wow, that play saved them that round.
Well, saved them the round, but it was almost a little bit more competitive. Looking for a singular route in towards a singular purpose, but Doki has a purpose, and that is to appear from behind and get a couple of kills, but Stompn says, I'm too busy, mate, doing your job for you. The last little pop is a Stompn, and G2 level things up.
Okay, so like they can do that to me because like they did the first time because they didn't have like first there.
Yeah, okay.
So like we're gonna have like first for me for the master. They can't play push there anymore, and I'm gonna have the gate the other night for the other push. Okay, so like we should be fine. Okay, and for kitchen, I say like just right behind the gate, put in the back the brick hatch, and one for dining if you fall back in Boston. Okay, and for banks, guys, I think like just like we don't need to worry about the mountain now. Like just can.
You want me to start there still?
Don't play out the nice for banks. Okay, play traps more.
No,
okay,
no.
Let's go.
Damage, and the mask took the rest, but he's still standing, and instead 13 seconds forced Alamau out. They know where he is. That doesn't mean they can do a damn thing about it. The 2 versus 1 Kino, he should be swept up here as soon as they go for the close, and there it is. I said it was shotguns at dawn. Apparently they're just as good, if not better, at dusk.
The brand new random spawn. I punched the wall in music and just killed the guy. Saved the match. I never even knew the outcome.
So we're taking chances and it's paying off.
There's Diffuser with one more, leaves just Blaz outside of a window, and well, does get one more for the hop. Bit of a bold approach. Then the 1 versus 3 no kit, as you pointed out, right buried in the middle of games, but I think the only game he's playing is being toyed with right now. They've got themselves a very good cross peak. They've gone wide. They know it's right in the sort of pinch of it. He's got to drive himself through. In fact, it's not even in games. It's down the stairs on the other side of it, even further away, Demo.
Should just be a matter of time for M80 pick up this round, and oh, maybe a 1v2 now. I mean, surely not. Surely not. No! No! You can't do that! You're not allowed to do that! The Frenchman who can do it all!
He wants to be in front of Paris, and that puts all of the pressure on these openings back onto him to retake. Stuck in the middle, can't quite get the angle. Loira does! You've said it, and it's time for Loira, but it's time for G2 to keep fighting. And in the meanwhile, those reigning major champions who kept their head above water in Munich have been washed away in Paris. M80's journey ends here.
if they can play together off the info, it's good.
Well, it feels, I was about to say, it feels like a slightly slower start up top, but it's Stompn in the meantime getting Noah around billions.
Yeah.
They're trying to pinch them out, and Mowgli's about to find a fight immediately. The Candela rolls out from the hatch. The pre-throw in C4 doesn't quite get the landing, but Stompn has the glasses and the gun to back it up. Looks for the second, he's just pre-firing the angle, but think of the time, think of the players, and think of the third, because he's going to try and find a fourth instead. Keep sending it, Stompn! Absolutely pockets all of them. The king of the game seems to be the statement here from Doki, but if he can make an ace, he might be Lord Emperor sooner rather than later. He's got a second to spare, but instead, they're just going to try and drive onto the site. You assume the pressure's going to come whether he goes up or down. Hello, Clash. Hello, Stompn!
That's king.
Blaz picks up one, the 3 versus 2, and now that clash just becomes infinitely more powerful, but instead Adrian is going to try and send one way, Savage gets the other, and now another 2 versus 2, but with 10 seconds before it becomes the 1 versus 2, they're going to head down and hope for the best. They've hit the pipe, buy themselves some time on the door so they can't quite cross that path and get the down. Savage has the perfect cover, and now Stompn puts us into another clutch or die situation, and he almost gets Savage on the way out the window, but the shield, so powerful, so movable, and look how far away that they're going. Savage, he's gone really, really distance on it. He can just sort of get caught. He can't make it in time. He's not going to be able to get the catch on it. You can see he's panicking, but at this point, Stompn is cool as ice.
Oh, Savage! Tried to play it safe.
He knew that was the clash, and he still went away.
Oh. That's a heartbreaker for Savage. He thinks, yeah, I'm going to play it safe, go on the repel, but no.
Go for the plant itself. Watch. They've got the cross. They've made sure that nobody can get across this divide, but they almost let it slip. They do get the plant. They do get the planter, and now they've just got Stompn. Once again, how many times will we be in this situation? But can we make it 3 for 3 on his impressive tally so far? Holding. And he's about to be held by what he worked so brilliantly before. There's that clash. She's making a quick route up towards the top. Noah is waiting as well. The clash is putting all this pressure on. Stompn though, he gets Noah and he just gets out of there. And now what do you do? At this point, do you drop down, hope you can get the defuse in time? They're going to be able to play the verticality. They're hoping he doesn't have the angle. But Stompn just seems so on top of it all, Demo.
Stompn on point to make that 1v2 happen.
Three versus 2. 20 seconds and the fire starts to pop alongside the smoke itself. They're swinging their way around on the rotate on towards the hatches itself, and you can see G2, they're trying to work out exactly where the kit is going planted. It's over the top towards main stairs. They're going to try and go full sprint, full send, and full to the back, but they were ready for it. Lyra! All 3 is a delicious feast for the demon.
A huge round for G2. Help them. Not the case. He's lost his mind.
Do you think, this could be a guess, do you think he really wants to play in front of a crowd and embarrass? Again, Stompn's going to push on. Instead, it's all the focus. There's the fire, there's the swing, and there's not quite a catch. He doubles down, doing all he can to keep G2 on the up and on the pressure.
And this is where Alamau on the Otter comes in big. Just set the shield up, you can go for the plant. There's no C4s, there's no impacts, these shields will remain. All they really have is just to flame them off via the Tachanka, so that's the operator that they need to put pressure on.
Well, here's the coverage, here's the swing, and here's the attempt at the plant. But Tachanka, Adrian, Buddy, there's stuff going on the other side, and he's blinded. Just as he went for the fight itself, lost the man. Lyra finds his own in the meantime, and well, this one has pieced itself apart. G2 in one of the hardest plant retakes, Noah here. He's going to go up because what else do you have? He's going to try and find his first engagement in open. Does he know about Stompn? No is the answer. G2. 2 rounds in a row, either side of the half. Secret sit in the 2 versus 1 Blaz. With a massive clutch earlier, wants to try and add another towards that list. Another to his day and another bit of hope for G2. But on the side, fighting like heroes is not enough. This is not G2's story to tell instead. Secret, well, they've decided history is already full of Secret's demo. And they are here to make their own mark.
The streak continues. Bank once again being the stronghold of Team Secret. G2 have tried again to break a team on Bank, but this time it did not happen for them. G2 out of 6 Invitational. They tried the lower bracket run the same way they tried SI23, but this time it did not work.
G2 vs Secret, they win when Stompn locks in and carries them, but then they don't lock in and they proceed to lose. Without Stompn, it isn't G2, it's just free 2. It might be time for a new Team King. G2 don't deserve you.